In Ohio, USA, another dog would appear to have even more surprising capabilities, as he appears to make consistent, and some would say rather unsettling, predictions. Man and dog have lived happily side by side for thousands of years. But could it be possible that we could be linked in death as well? Can a dog accurately predict a human's imminent death? One extraordinary dog is actually putting this question to the test: Scamp. His abilities have bemused the owners of a nursing home where he lives and silenced the skeptics. In short, Scamp predicts when patients are going to die. A miniature schnauzer who lives in the Pines nursing home in Canton, Ohio, with his owner Adeline, Scamp has predicted no fewer than 40 deaths during his time at the home. That's over 50% of the deaths that have occurred here since he arrived 6 years ago. Deirdre is a former nurse here who originally owned Scamp and was the one who brought him to the home and discovered his unusual talent.
He spent so much time here and so much time with these people. He'd know when someone was passing away. He just had a sense that something wasn't right. And he'd come up the hall barking.
Scamp has repeatedly barked and paced around the beds of dying residents ever since. Determined to stay by their side in their final hours, he refuses to leave their rooms. For staff, what at first seemed to be a coincidence soon became a regular pattern that was impossible to ignore.
It seemed like every time there was a death, he was getting more and more stressed out. But what we were noticing too, that he was alerting the staff every time someone was going bad, or we would find a dog toy in bed with somebody who was dying. And it started happening more and more. This one lady, she was passing away, and we happened to look over and there was a little stuffed cow was in the bed with her. So he was making himself known and visiting people when they were passing away. Then he started to the point where if we weren't picking up on it, he was barking and getting agitated and scratching at the doors of people that were doing well. And he'd come and bark at us until we got up and went and looked.
Experts speculate that Scamp's astonishing sense of smell is behind his supposed sixth sense. It is argued that a dog's heightened sense of smell is able to pick up on certain chemicals released by humans as their vital organs begin to deteriorate. This draws the dog to that patient in particular.
If you look at a dog's nose, and I don't mean a peek or a pug, but I mean a dog that has the nose as it developed, the square meterage of sniffing space on that nose is as great as the square meterage of its body. It's got a tremendous amount of surface area that it can pick up scent on. As well as that, it's got its vomeronasal organ. It's got its organ in the roof of its mouth that we just can't comprehend because we haven't got it. So they can pick up scent in a completely different way to the way we do. And it is truly incomprehensible to us.
Dogs can detect minuscule amounts of chemicals deposited by humans from as little as a finger or a footprint. Experts argue that detecting disease with a dying human body follows the same principle. But whatever the scientific explanation, Scamp has now become something of a warning system within the Pines nursing home. His skills have provided an element of comfort to the patients and their families who value the time Scamp buys them to say goodbye to their loved ones. Angie, a volunteer at the Pines, found the time Scamp provided her to bid farewell to her dear friend Phyllis invaluable.
She was ill. We had been friends for 55 years. And I came here every day to take care of her. Before Phyllis passed away, he kept coming in the room. The second day, when she wasn't responding at all, he'd come in the bedroom there. He knew. He kept coming by me, pawed me, you know, with his paws like he gets up on me. And I knew something was going to happen, because dogs are sensitive. And she wasn't responding for 2 days. And the third day, she passed away. And when I came back here, that dog knew I was having heartache.
Scamp's story is not entirely unique, and other dogs have been recorded as sensing death or illness. So it would appear that there is more truth to the myth of canine sixth sense than some might think. But for some at the Pines, Scamp's powers are unique, and no science can explain what this miniature Schnauzer has been doing for the past 6 years.
Scamp usually will stay with somebody until the family comes or someone sits with them, because it's like he knows, okay, he's done his job, it's time to leave. It's just a nice thing to know that if the family member's not there, he'll go in and just wait so that there's someone standing vigil.